Hello, this is a short video presentation on solving quadratic inequalities. This is a follow-up to the last video. Some of you who have watched it expressed confusion, if you will, didn't quite understand it. So we're going to look at two more quick examples and talk about it a little more. If you understood it, you're good to go. All right, first thing we want to do is factor this. So 2x and x. And my factors of 15 are 5 and 3. So we're going to use 5 and 3 less than or equal to 0. And we're going to need a minus here and a plus here. Minus 10x plus 3x minus 7x. All right. Now, if we graph this, we have negative 3 halves, and positive 5. The graph opens up so it would look like this. Now, we want to be less than 0. We're talking about where is this graph, the y values, less than 0. Now, let's look at the actual graph of this. Here is the actual graph, x squared minus 7x minus 15. And if you look at any point on this graph, the y-coordinate is negative. All the way around here, the y-coordinate is negative. Negative 18.34, negative 10.3. All these coordinates, the y-coordinate is negative. This one, our x-intercept, it's 0, just like this one. Our other x-intercept is 0. And if we go above, notice the y-coordinate is positive. In this region, when the x-coordinate is bigger than negative 1.5, our y-coordinate is less than 0. And when x is greater than 5, our y-coordinate is positive. When it's less than 5, our y-coordinate is negative. All right? So it's between these two numbers that the y-coordinate is negative. So our graph, let's go back to our inequality, will be less than 0. So the answer, because it's less than or equal, we use the bracket, negative 3 halves to positive 5 is our answer. This interval. All right, let's look at one more. This one we won't graph. There's two ways that we can do this. The first way, we can factor out the negative 1. Negative 1 x squared plus 2x minus 15 less than 0. Notice it still stays less than. I haven't multiplied by negative 1. I just factored it out. Negative 1, x plus 5, x minus 3. And so when we graph this, we're at negative 5, positive 3. And because it's negative, the graph opens down. And we want to know, where am I less than 0? Well, here, the y-coordinates are less than 0. Here, the y-coordinates are less than 0. Less than 0 means you're below the x-axis. So my answer, negative infinity to 5 and it's a parenthesis because we're not equal, union 3 to infinity. And the order matters. It's small, big, small, big. Now the other way we could have done this, looking at the same equation, is to multiply by -1. So I have negative, all right, just move that. So I multiply by -1, let me write the equation down. Negative x squared minus 2x plus 15 less than 0. Multiply by -1, multiply by -1, and I get x squared. Oh, change the direction. And so I end up with x squared plus 2x minus 15 greater than 0. And so I factor x plus 5, x minus 3, same as before, greater than 0. And so when I graph -5, positive 3, because the leading coefficient is positive, my graph opens up. And where are my values greater than 0? Because now it's greater than the same place. So no matter how you look at it, our answer is going to be exactly the same. All right? So if the leading coefficient is negative, you can factor it out and graph, make it go down, multiply by -1, switch the direction, and it opens up. Your call either way. All right, I hope this clears up any confusion you had, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day.